Because behind every argue there is emotion. So even if you win this logical argue, she still feels that I'm not pissed or whatever emotion is it.
All right, let me ask you this. Here's a theory for you, and to give me your opinion on this. Do you believe that a man should treat a woman as if she is a child?
Yes and no. Yes, but depends when.
All right, when is it okay to treat her as a child, and when does he need to treat her like a responsible adult?
Usually my frame when I go to the clubs is she's a little kid and I'm just like playing with her. And that's actually a very good frame, attitude to have. I mean, because like, I don't know, okay, why? If you're too rush with her, she's gonna cry, okay, in a club. Especially, and it's excellent attitude for clubs, for like clubbing, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you treat her like a princess, you know, she's gonna get bored with you. So you're just like a little kid that's not teasing her, playing around with her, but never giving actually what she wants. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And she wants to know that she got you, know. And once she knows that, you know, it became over. So I think, you know, like this first thing, like that she's a little kid, you know, actually she is, you know, that's excellent. You know, later I think when the relationship becomes more sexual and it becomes, you know, physical,
mm-hmm.
I think you should stop like doing this, like, doing less of teasing, less of things, more like how things become more. I mean, it depends what kind of girl she is, you know. I can say serious because, you know, if something becomes serious, then it's serious. You know, you don't get serious with every girl you sleep with.
There's another question. Let's go right into that. What's the criteria for you? So to know that there are some girls that you only have sex with, and there's other girls that you want to have a relationship with. How do you know? And I'm asking you in the perspective of, let's say that you have a guy who's knocking on your door and saying, "Bad boy, I need your advice. I'm now dating a lot of women. I'm now sleeping a lot of women. How do I know which one I should choose as my girlfriend?"
It's all about the emotion that you feel for this girl, you know. And because like every relationship I had was able to go long term if I choose some. Because I mean, what it is like even like up to the marriage, you know. So basically every girl that I was sleeping with, you know, I was able to push to the marriage without any problem. So it's about you, you know. If you feel like, you know, you just like click with some girl and you understand her, you know, she's not like coming with new bullshit every day, you know, something trying to like dominant, try to like, I don't know, turn off the TV or stuff when you're watching TV, you know. If you see you get along with her, of course you need some time. Maybe like, I don't know, like 2-3 dates, I don't know, something like, I don't know, maybe 6 weeks. But I mean, eventually it's very obvious. I mean, it's obvious maybe on like, you spend with person like 3 hours, you're gonna say it.
So let's get to this other question I have here. Part of the pickup lifestyle, to become a master of just going into a club and finding a girl, people assume that we do it without emotion. And then you just said that the way to choose who would become your girlfriend, it depends on the feelings you have for her.
Yeah, but feelings come later.
Feelings come later.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know, okay, you go to the club, and of course, I mean, if you're gonna feel every rejection, you're gonna end up crying that night, you know. I mean, if you're gonna approach, you know, and I don't know, she gives you like some, because, okay, your approach was very bad, she's gonna like fuck off or, you know, totally diss you off. You know, if you feel too much, if you're an emotional person, you know, in this point, it's gonna hit you badly.
So how do you be emotionally guarded so that you don't get hurt from
everything? Like, I just say, like, you know, you're just playing with them. This is a game, you know. It's like a little kid, you know. Are you pissed off when a little kid like cries or hits you or, I don't know, throws remote control on the floor? Are you pissed?
Well, no, it's a little kid.
No, so it's a little kid, okay? That's why this frame is beautiful, you know. You're just a little kid, you know. You say, okay, no problem, you know, let's play again, you know, like whatever, like play with other toys.
Okay, so if I understand this correctly, the rejection that you would get from a girl in a club is meaningless because you have to think of it as if she's a little kid. But it's only after that you've been dating a while that you start seeing her as a woman.
Yeah, then you start. I mean, when when you go for a coffee, you go for a movie, you know, like then it's obvious, you know, you're gonna date her more or not, you're gonna continue or not.
All right.
And it's also very like the energy the person has, the vibe, you know. I mean, I had like a few weeks ago, I was with one girl, and she's into punk, you know, punk music and stuff like Black Nails, you know, and just the energy that she was surrounded with, I didn't like it, you know. And I was never able to, like, to go for a coffee, and I mean, I tried, but it was just like too cold for me. The energy she had, and we didn't click. There was no vibe, you know. It's totally two different worlds, where I come from and where she comes from.
And you wouldn't just go ahead and try to seduce her anyway, just for the practice of it? Would you even advise people to do that?
I did. I mean, okay, it happened on like home party, but it was, I don't know, I think it was my mistake.
Do you think it's possible for a man like yourself, who picks up all the time, who has the skill, to still be able to fall in love?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I mean, I love all my girls. I mean, I really love them, man. I don't see why what is the problem, you know.
Well, can you give the listeners an idea of what your current lifestyle is? I mean, how many girlfriends do you have? How many soulmates do you have? What's the, you know, like, are you going out every week? Do you go out every Friday night, Saturday night, or do you stay home on the Friday night with the girlfriend and go out to pick up on Saturday? What's your...
I mean, I don't stick on... I'm not like a routine type of guy, you know, like, you know, someone who's gonna stick on his schedule, you know. I mean, yesterday I was like, I went just for like a drink with my friend, and we ended up partying till 4 a.m. in the morning, you know. So I don't know, every day is different. It's very, very hard to say how my day looks like, but I think like right now I have one serious girlfriend, and I know maybe a few other girls that I see from time to time, you know. Travel a lot, so it's like more like, you know, I have like a girls in other cities, for example, I don't know, in a few other cities, so it's like I see them, and when I go there, it's it's interesting.
All right, on that note, we got a break for commercial. When we come back, we're going to be talking with Badboy about his world travels, and we're going to be talking about international game. Stay tuned here on Frank Talks, Pleasures and Lifestyles.
Frank Talks is sponsored in part by Everything Out of Her Mouth is a Test, a man's guide to the emotional needs of women. What would your life be like if you knew exactly what to say and do with women? This book is for the guy that simply wants to learn how to handle women's tests by addressing her emotional needs. By this, you create the type of attraction that will make her see you as the one she was destined to be with. This book will teach you how to get the woman you want and how to keep her. Everything Out of Her Mouth is a Test is the Rosetta Stone for men to understand exactly what a woman means when she speaks and how to respond. Is that worth changing your life forever? Buy this book at franktalks.com now.
Frank Talks is sponsored in part by the Adult Male Virgin Seminar and Telephone Consultations. Ladies, is your boyfriend an adult male virgin? Is he so shy and insecure that you need to take the initiative, but you really wish he would just be the man and take the lead? Does he think holding hands and sweet cheek kisses is fulfilling? Does he think the G-Spot is the name of a new club? Ladies, if his idea of a night of fun means you get to be player number 2 in his latest video game, then get him the gift that will give you both pleasure. The Adult Male Virgin Seminar and Telephone Consultations. Only available at franktalks.com. Frank helps adult boys become men.
Frank Talks is making the world a better place by interviewing people on pleasures and lifestyles in order to inspire and educate listeners like you about the possibilities to lead more interesting and fulfilling lives. Be sure to visit our website at www.franktalks.com for the most up-to-date information and the latest downloads of programs just like the one you are listening to now.